face up. Maze doesn't look like he's got any clean packs here. Getting caught in rings. Perhaps better luck than Fox. Fox gets a roller out. Stragglers as well. This is probably about the time to... Yep, look at Raider. Raider is hurt. Raider is going to go down any minute with Fat Boy parking on it. And the phase is almost flipped. Bravo to about half, and Shield's completely stripped. Compared to New Republic going back onto offense into their cruisers, being at about what? Ooh, almost got that kill on Rain. So Empire did a little better with their phase than New Republic did, but not by much, and obviously they have a full phase here to catch up and hopefully surpass what Cav did in the last phase. We want to see at least Delta out of phaseable, if not Charlie, at least with its shields down. And I think that is absolutely askable. Fat Boy doing some orbiting. Let's keep an eye on our supports here. Fox goes down. Cheeks is flipping around. And we got Soul Hawk looking at the cruisers, keeping them marked. Go back in the cockpit here. Everybody healthy, so we've already got what we asked for. Let's see how much extra bonus damage we can get on the Charlie. I think a dupe is out of the question. But at least a nice fast kill on Delta. They're already looking at Cheeks. This is a good call. Do they have flexes with them? Flexes look like they are looking at Cheeks, but it is a little late. He is half hull. No marks though. I thought I had some marks ready. Yeah, not ready. Maze is dunked. Sheriff keeping Maze occupied, while I guess Rain is going to go in for some damage. Rain and a Defender now. Interesting swap now that shields are completely cooked on both Charlie and Delta. Are they maybe double farm suppressing at this point? No, Sheriff is balancing his OBJ. Getting some really rebel piloting orbits here. Zug, perhaps with standard lasers. Phase is moving in nice and fast, though. Looks like Maze and Fox are doing a good job of not being on each other's toes, because I still see nice full packs on the map. That is what you'd like to see. Great job, great flip. Cav got at least one hoopable here in response, but it didn't look like they got a whole lot done to get the second cruiser. So I'm going to say NR is still in the lead here. I would love to see a push through for a gen. At least starting on a gen, but I guess we would settle for a... Ooh, now that the phase is already halfway over, Zug and Doom doing a great job of getting farming fast, because there have not been any picks on the field. Fox still slowing down Doom as best he can. Doom took some damage there. Zug being left free to farm. Let's see, Sundance still has Kongs and Burst. Frankly, still a great setup. We're seeing that you don't need that Ion Torp if you're still being precise with your Ion Missile use, mark timing, and hopefully your support has some Rezo to give you some extra Ion damage. A little high for a noob considering the hull sizes. You really want to drop this thing sub 5, that way they drop hard. But still, with a little bit of work here, you're going to get that nice easy oop, which will set him up for a good offense into the ISD as long as they can get down forward. Empire here definitely has some leeway. They do lose Cheeks, but I'm going to say they're going to get this out of phaseable pretty easily. This can be stopped. I didn't see a lot of these packs going in. I'm looking at AI packs floating around Zug right now. So I think that they can prevent a nice easy dupe if they get that. And they get it. They got theirs a little bit lower, so again, they're going to have to commit to this, and you'd rather get your players on the flexes. Should be well downfield by now. Sundance definitely in position. Fatboy definitely in position. Soulhawk already on a gen. This is looking to be a great setup by Hive Guard here. Sundance does get picked and goes down. Fatboy also dunked. Did I call it too soon? Is Fatboy going to go down? He's at 12 hull. Rain on his ass, as well as Space Sheriff. They're both on Fatboy. They do not want him to get these shields down. I am hoping that we're seeing the shields dropping from their hull. But that is still a big shield gen. This is a completely stalled ISD with both flexes getting taken out of the field. Or out of the play, rather. Soulhawk goes down instead of Fatboy. Not sure how that happened. Shields go down with half morale bar remaining. We got farming coming in. The phase is still kind of stalling at at half rather. A little bit more coming in. Fatboy is staying alive. The strip is not in. It looks like they're going to pull out early here. I think the play is to get on Cheeks. Cheeks doing a fantastic job of getting down court, though. He is ready for this MC attack, and they can very easily one-phase this. I do think that the MC is a little more one-phaseable still, seeing as their entries for Ions is just easier. However, Heartbreak, Sheriff does not have... Oh, never mind. Those are conks. He just puts them on the wrong side. He's got plenty of Ion missiles, waiting for marks. Rain gets in, gets his Ion missile out. But it might have happened early. It looks like they did have to double disable. So they're in a similar position here, losing phase to kill a gen. Gen is low, should go down pretty soon. Phase is at half. There it goes. Shields are now down on the MC. This is a lot of hull to burn with only half of a phase. They are getting the damage in. Farm has stalled a little bit. Packs are definitely broken up, so this is not a great situation. Oh my goodness, they got the Raider! They got the Raider! They're back on attack. Not in the position that they wanted to be. However, we can hope that maybe there was some overcommitment by Empire, and they're not quite on players. That X-Wing is definitely looking hurt. That's Sundance. Sundance dunked. Playing mid-court, getting hurt in the process, though. Where is Soulhawk? We need that support help. Keeping the Y-Wings alive instead. Not a horrible choice. We want to get this stripped. It's fast damage to shoot down turrets. You get 1% for each of them. Going back to save Sundance. Phase is at still over half in favor of the New Republic, and the MC is dropping rapidly, probably down to 40% or less. Tractor still up on the ISD, but down to movable range, sub 12 now. Weak spots all being taken. The phase is still in their favor. There's a final weak spot, and game one goes to Hive Guard. And are showing that it is no slouch on Sisabo. I think in a lot of previous seasons we've seen that Sisabo favors Empire, if only slightly. I think it does have a bit of an advantage in the open because of its speed and the clean packs that you can get on Empire. However, that just means that the comebacks are possible too. I feel like there's a lot more kills on the board than I thought. But it really is balanced. You'll see that neither team really ran away with PK here, too. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. It's a little unbalanced there, but I will say that the game felt like it was really staying in New Republic's court. You know, that half a phase they won from the open really stayed in their favor the whole time. Both teams opted to try to go for a double disable. It failed and had to kill a gen, which meant that they could come back and hopefully win it on that next phase, which got to New Republic first. We will be switching lobbies. What they don't tell you about casting is you have to keep talking. Sometimes your voice gets tired. Okay, we have our next lobby. Whoops, I do not want to do that. Nice try. Yeah, I think both teams were making very clean targets of opportunity. Um, they knew when they needed to push damage to guarantee their oops, which frankly they got by the skin of their teeth a couple times, which meant that it was a little harder to stay on flexes. The real way you want to shut down an attack in this is to box out those flexes early. And it's a lot harder to do on the Empire side, so at most you can hope to maybe box out the Reaper or the Bombers. Um, but these pilots did a good job of getting in, getting their marks in. Let's find out if we're going to see an NR split, or will Hive Guard take a 2-0 advantage over Cavern Angels Blue. Wasabi, I'm definitely washed. I I can't play anything outside of like the fucking broken defender anymore. Just getting popped and everything. Oh, it's not? Are you serious? This whole time? Okay, well, let me see if I can fix that. I have no idea. Uh, this should be... That's why. Oh my god. How about now? Yeah, well, I hear it now. God damn it. The expert casting that I give you guys just to be fucking talking to my fucking self. Whatever. Whatever. We'll try this again. I don't know. We'll pretend like I didn't say shit. Yeah, it was good, Sundance. In fact, I wonder if I can do this. Okay. I captured the last 10 minutes. Hopefully that grabs my comms, and I can somehow paste the comms onto that video before I post it to YouTube. Somebody smarter than me can help me do that. All right, we got Cab on New Republic this time. Looks like a similar lineup to before. Ion Torp on Kev. Rain in the Y-Wing. With Zug. Sheriff with Conks. Cheeks. Fatboy. Double Ion TIE Fighter. Fox. Double Missile Defender. Hot on Rain's butt. Rain running Ray Shield, so eating a lot of those lasers. Fox gets dunked and goes down. Amazing. Amazing X-Wing work. I got to admit, that's how he went down in a rando game too. Defenders are juicy targets these last couple of seasons. We got the Ion Missile in there. Super Kev lining up his torpedo. Coming in unopposed, it seems. Gets the Ion Torp off and it lands. Shield stripped at the 30-second mark. For those keeping track at home, that is the amount of time you typically like to see a shield strip in previous mods. So knowing that we have added another 50% to the shield bubble of the light cruisers in the mid phase, it was a great strip. Rain goes down. Y-Wing goes down. We got Zug making sure the strip's all taken care of. Sheriff doing plasburskies. And Cheeks taking a look at an enemy pilot. Looks like Marks just went out. They did. They got the Reaper. Sheriff is looking at the Reaper, but Soulhawk is already in. Fatboy looking like he is also unopposed. Gonna get a nice, easy torp. Oh, did it get eaten? No, that torp landed. Shields are down to half in a second. And then there's the missile. But Soulhawk does go down. Fox is keeping Rain occupied, but they really needed that missile. We're now 45 seconds into a phase, and Delta still has at least a third of its shields. Kev on the Raider. It is dead. Rain left to farm in peace. Zug's got a nice full pack. Something I was trying to note in the last game is when you're this late in the phase and you're still seeing full packs, that means you're doing a great job as a farmer, because you are keeping them nice and clean and consistent. Praise goes down. Soulhawk gets Marks out and is pretty deep though. Trying to keep, I think, the support under pressure. Fatboy looking at the support, taking pressure from somebody. Lands the Ion Missile, but just out of range to finish the kill. Cheeks at 20-18. Will Fox finish it? Fox, who's already had his PK warmed up, playing that Y-Wing. Gets out another Ion Missile, but it does not connect. Great work from Cheeks. There's the Conk. The Conk does land and takes him out of the field. Super Kev doing damage. We have a full oop ready to go on Charlie, and Delta is getting eaten away. New Republic is pulling ahead farther and farther as we speak. I don't know what's happening here. I know the Craze went down, so maybe Corball is struggling to get some AI here, while Soulhawk is icing AI to perhaps assist. That is the flip for a very long defense for the Empire here. Let's see how quickly the New Republic can get their defense going. Sheriff goes down. Great quick pick here by the attacking team. You know, it's never a bad time to get a kill. If you do it quick, It is never a bad time to get a kill. That is always some morale in your favor, and 20% of their team base sitting in the hangar doing nothing. We're going to need to see a big offense here, though, and we're still not seeing it. Alpha, or rather Delta, depending on your position here, is not quite in doable range, if you ask me. Alright, I take that back. They got a nice and easy, but no work done to the other cruiser, which still had shields up when I last saw. Fatboy in the repair kit now. Not a bad choice when shields are out, but they are still higher. That is really funky that you see that plasma burst charge on the under side of the carriage. Don't love that. Dunk lands on Rain. Shakes it off. Let's see, Soulhawk is stripping the Raider. The Raider almost flips. This could be the defense to save their frigate and pull back a little bit of the lead that they lost in that last phase. Craze having to go all the way home because Soulhawk was stripping shields off the cruiser. So smart move on Crazed on there. Now the cruiser is cooked here, and they're opting to push through. New Republic is already on to the ISD. Putting them a full cruiser ahead of the Empire side. Let's see if they can at least get a gen damaged, if not killed. Space Sheriff in on damage, getting it down. It's at 60 and dropping. Super Kev taking some pressure. Pretty gassed here. Might take a bonk. Power got a little messy there, and it cost him. That's the phase. Let's hope that we see some of these Empire ships down port. Nah, Crazed. I don't think Chase and Rain here is the choice. You've got a lot of a cruiser to get through. Perhaps you're trying to stall for shields to come down, which isn't a bad choice. However, I see both fighters on players. I think no matter how much pressure you put on those Y-Wings, they're still going to squeeze off some AI multi-locks. Fox pays for it. Craze pays for it. They are not looking like they're going to get a move on this phase. Fatboy hot on Rain's tail, but what I think he really needs to be is on the tail of that Nebulon! Cheeks is an A-class peeler, for those that don't know. He's somebody that, whether he's in the Reaper or the U-Wing, in between every resupply, he is distracting or icing or killing an enemy player. It pays off because they were able to slay their way into another attack. Soulhawk is very hurt, 6 on the hull, and is limping his way back, unfortunately drawing the enemies straight to his flagship. Craze a little slow on the spool there to get an AI tailing him. Maybe that worked out to get some AI into a pack, but it doesn't pan out. Multi-locks packed on the surface. Corball getting a nice little pack here. Shields just drop on the Star Destroyer. This is defendable. Absolutely defendable, but it will mean that they have to have a perfect MC attack if they want to save this. Damage is stalled a bit on the ISD, but as has Farm. Sheriff went down. I'm sure that was from Fox. He's looking at his next victim. This is gonna flip very soon. They need to get Corvette, like, just now taking shields down. Corvette is still lower than it was in Vanilla and previous SCL seasons, but high enough that you still need to give it a little bit of your priority. I think it is in a nice place, all things considered. ISD just under 60. We got half a hull on Charlie. Not a bad position to be in. Um, you need Soulhawk though. Soulhawk, get out of there. 8 hull. Oh, Chaff was there too. That's unfortunate. I do think that they have plenty of time though, so we're gonna see them burn through this cruiser as soon as the morale gets to be enough that it would negate. The farm is coming in, but it's not coming in quite fast enough. This is going to really cancel out all of their farm if they kill it now. Craze taking some orbits here. Corball just coming out of the hangar. I missed that. But they're going to have a full MC attack. Fatboy really is... Oh, no, he's out of missiles. Tell me Fox has at least one. He does have one. So if he can get a missile in, get onto the other side, altogether they can burn that gen. They are out of phase. This is unfortunate. Craze does go down. Wasn't a whole lot they can do about that. Corball is taking tractor beam pressure, and is the call? Yes, the call is surely to pull out. Fox got his second ion missile into the gen, it seems. Perhaps Fatboy got it. I think it was Fox. This phase is stalling. I think their flexes are probably going to get downtown. Yes, Sheriff doing a great job of positioning. He doesn't need to do much other than brute force an ion missile and start picking off weak points under the shield bubble. Or helping just burst it down himself with the Plaz. There's a trace. It's not looking good for our Empire friends here. But New Republic is going to tie up this game. And we will see a 1-1 New Republic split on Sisebo. This one just felt more firmly in Cab's hands the entire time, as opposed to the first game that they really just kind of met each other blow for blow. You know, taking their cruisers one phase at a time and flagship in 2 clean phases. There was just one offense that Cab pulled away, got a cruiser and a half, and then their subsequent defense was fast enough. And I think that Hive Guard kind of had a little bit of priority problems. They were focusing a little too hard on knocking the Y-Wings out of the game, and it cost them damage. You can definitely see it that Fox and Fatboy neither hitting 40k. Frankly, Bombers being about 40k short of what you want to see too, but makes sense that they didn't touch the MC. Sheriff, standout damage, as the Plazburst should be doing. 80 damage on Zugzug's Y-Wing. You'd love to see it. Kev, big 3 kills. Looks like Bombers went down. Fox went down a few times. Corball, great job staying alive. Craze goes down 3, but does take 2 of them with him. Fatboy 2-0 too, as well. 2. Yes. Hoping they're going to stick in the lobby. But maybe we're not so lucky. Is there a call for a remake? NROP. Say it ain't so. Frankly, is it so bad if we had a season of NROP? I almost feel bad for talking Lions down from the like 25% hull differential to give NR some real goofy lineup chances. But in the end, it made for a very clean, balanced tournament, I think, as far as factions were concerned. What has happened so far? We are 1-1 on Sisebo. It was an NR split. I don't know if we're remaking the lobby or not. I'm kind of assuming so. I need to check Discord. New is the choice. Hobbs, I am casting Lemio. Doesn't even follow me. Jesus Christ. What do I have to do here to get my fucking wingmates to follow me? Not even reading that DM at this point. I'm gonna assume it's the same. Password. For those curious, if you can be a caster, you can. Um, the hours aren't great. The labor's fine. But they do pay you in wimes. Oh, now we're on Galatan. Okay. I was unsure what their next map was going to be. Same lineups from both teams? Negative. No, now we got Sundance and Fox on Flex. And Maze back in the bomber seat along with... Oh, we got Crazed too. Okay, yeah. Yeah. So Crazed is back. Interesting that... yeah, okay, so they just switched out two. And Empire's staying the same. Cav is staying the same. Cool. Great. Love it. Crazed has ads because his fucking friends follow him, Hobbs. I don't know if you put 2 and 2 together there, but affiliates work, baby. He's putting in the work. Making that sweet, sweet ad revenue. See? He understands. Crazed knows what's up. Yeah, you. You, baby. Hello, Fox. What do we got over here? Oh, I got our heads in the game, I guess. Ah, there we go. That's what's up. That's what's up. Thank you. Yes. You know, the caster really should be, you know, one of these cats. Like, they should put me in that body, right? Shouldn't I get to walk around? Look at these stupid-ass radar systems. My god, they're all static. Come on, EA, you couldn't splurge for some touchscreens? Yeah, I think it is like 50%. Well, look, we could all move over to Kick. You want to go to Kick? Where we get like 95%? You just have to deal with the, you know, the snuff streams. Which this could be. Sure thing. We could turn this into a snuff stream really quickly. Just bashing the Reaper over the head. With a big ion hammer. I don't think we're edgy enough for Kick, Hobbs. Yeah, right, Fame? Jesus. Fame follows me. Fame was probably my first follower. He's a real one. Alright, let's get in the cockpits real quick, make sure we see some loadouts. Ion Torp again on Kev, Sheriff's got the conks. Pretty standard over here, but we're on double defender this time. Ooh, I like that we know when there's blue lasers now, because surely we'll see a quick lock in a defender ahead of time. Yeah, that's great. Oh yeah, Rain's been cooking in the Y for a while now. You know, we made fun of him for so long of being such a one-trick pony that he said, fine, I'll do it. Do it for the love of the game. And he is doing it. Look at this. He's staying alive. He hasn't been dumped. He got a Golo off. How many Y-Wings can get that done? It took a whole 1 AI. You ain't seeing that anywhere else, folks. Only Pro SCL champion. Cavern was blue. Cheeks gets this resupply on Zug, who's definitely taking massive pressure. Let's take a look. Oh, Fox went down. Fox. Can't be going down. That loses them the flip. New Republic takes the first attack. Yet again. Clean shot for Space Sheriff. Super Kev. Looking for the cruiser. Getting some distance, but also putting himself behind some rocks. Very slow Torp. Has Sundance taken notice of it? It's a little uncertain of a target here. Going for support. Don't know if that's the call. Shields did drop. Kev got a nice clean Torp. Still took him a bit of time, so this isn't a horrible defensive phase. They're going to get on their Raider really quickly. Not too late to save Bravo from getting in loopable range. We'll need less bombs. We've hit bonk limit. Taking a look back at our Y-Wings, who are watching defenders as they get their damage in.
Corvette destroyed. Blasted.
Rain, keeping an eye on support. Showing us all that you can take the PK out of the ship, but not the ship off of the PK. Alright, Soulhawk behind the play, wanting to opt for hull and resupplies. Fox looking to use his ion missile elsewhere. Sundance gets his in, but we need a lot more work to get the shields down. I would say that this has been a point of contention between the two teams in their ion priority, at least up till this point. And not even necessarily priority, but effectiveness. We've just seen more Torps land from the Cavern side. The shields went down nice and fine, though. I don't think that took too much extra wasted time. We got bombers looking at players, maybe just keeping their eye on them. Looks like that's the case. Crazy. Getting some Orbeez in. Orbeez. It's in the drift. No oop for them either. Cruiser just under half. We're going to need big defense here, because Cav is definitely pulling ahead again. Cav hoping to capitalize on this and potentially set a dupe. Not impossible. Charlie really just needs a little bit of passive to hurt it while you're taking out Delta. I would think that this is kind of a chance for Empire to go straight to a Raider, so that way it doesn't hurt these two shieldless cruisers that are both falling. Morale is definitely slow. You know, not to be noted is that farm sucks on this map, though I do like this one better than some of the other quote-unquote low farm maps. I'm glad that the map rotation is free from being forced to have a representative from both a low farm map and a high farm map. We've crushed the Electoral College to allow maps free representation. And as we say, no map rotation without equal representation. Good dunk on Zug. I don't love the follow-up angle, but it doesn't fucking matter. We're on Gallatin. You got Galley. Where's Golly? What happened to Golly P? Fucking PK bomber extraordinaire. He would love 5 TIE bombers. Soulhawk not looking like he's making out of it. Eaten alive in the pebbles. Empire is going to struggle to get what they need done this phase, as they are already a cruiser behind. And Fox is still just putting a lot of pressure on players. Crazy, dead. Or maybe he got back to the hangar, but that's also not good news for Maze, who, while he has his hull, is alone doing damage in phase. We have both defenders looking at farmers, and Rain just doing a great job of evading and stalling for time. They're landing their dunks, but it's not enough to kill through a resupply. Look, if they're surviving through all these dunks, we're just gonna have to take more hull away next season.
Raider has been lost.
Hate to see it happen. Just kidding.
Enemy frigate destroyed.
Maze goes down. We're on ISD defense. I see an ion missile go into one. Sheriff eyeing the second one. Clean ion run, no pressure. Shields drop at half morale.
Disable their shields.
Getting into some orbits for Sheriff. He's gonna finish this gen off. Little bonk there. Just cost him the kill on it. Maybe a little bit of extra shields and hull. Let's take a look at our Empire team, who's now playing a little bit on the back foot. Are they going to start crushing kills? Are they going to push through this whole other cruiser? They're looking at a need for a one phase here. It's a very tough spot to be. Zug with a good pre-chaff, anticipating Sundance gunning for him. Fox looking at another player, gets the pick on Space Sheriff. Probably still gassed from his prolonged assault on the ISD.
Come on.
This is going to require quite a bit of PK if they expect to just defend their way out of this. I think Sundance is making the right call to put a little extra care into damage. I'm not feeling strong about a one phase on this MC. I think that ISD was a little too low. Real tough spot. Real tough spot. I think they're gonna have to kill it. Yeah. I don't know if they touched the Raider. Did the Raider survive all that? It did not. So, really though, you can get in here, you can kill a gen, but you have to be quick about getting back. Soulhawk went down. That's fucking rough for Soulhawk. But as is Reaper Life. New Republic looking like they're in a good position here to take Game 3 and our third NR win. You know what? I'm gonna say that this is not over. It's a tough map to pull a defense on from a full phase, but this is not over. Space Sheriff just now getting to midfield. Super Kev just leaving midfield. Marks land. Shields broodable. 82 on the hull. Morale starting to come in. This isn't over. It's really not. It's gonna require Farm to really go Empire's way here. And let's take a look and see if we can spot some full packs. At least enough of a full pack there. If Maze also has enough of a pack, I think if we see a quick Raider burn, we'll be in good shape, and then we'll at least be able to defend it in an out-of-phase move. But I'm not seeing the Raider going down anytime soon. Soulhawk getting into position. The morale came there, but that is just a very low ISD. It is just very easy to defend that. We have some players going down. Rain is down. Space Sheriff is floundering again. Um, Getting resupplies though. Gets iced and killed. Can Super Kev do it? Shields are up. It's at 1. He gets it under the shields. God, fucking pro.
Well done.
Amazing.
The Empire won't forget this anytime soon.
A commanding win. This was a little less commanding than the last game, I'd say, but a good play. Another good play by Cab. I'll show it when I'm ready, Such. I have to process things. We got quite a bit of deaths. They did what they needed to do to try to claw it back. Sundance and Fox really jiving. They put up 10 kills on the board with Soulhawks 2. Love to see that. And really only 2 deaths from him. That's pretty solid. But they got their kills as well. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 kills. 3 from our farmer. So their kills weren't that far behind, and their damage was just there. To the final lobby, to the final game. Let's find out. Okay, it will be on Zug. It's this one, I'm sure. Right? TIE Bomber Orbeez. It's in the drift. Isn't that nice, Super Kev? It's nice to have a nice NR. Now, the only thing I really want and feel a desire to see is if a 2 burst laser X-wing lineup can compete as well as the Plasbursts. I want to believe that with double Rezo Shield, Ion Torp on one, Proton Torp on the other, or even Conks on one or the other, that it is indeed possible to maintain air superiority and OBJ superiority with those X-Wings compared to Plasburst spamming. I think it's not that it's not viable anymore, Cosmo. It's just that Plasburst is better. It's better at PK. What is viable? Viable is what beats an Empire 221. Why is viable? Why is the lineup that you choose? The way you build your meta. Like, what is a real meta now? Is it double Plasburst with double Conks? Is the meta a TIE fighter with ions and a defender with conks? Is the meta an ion defender and a regular defender and just fucking spamming ASMs and missiles? I don't know. I don't know. Could be anything. I think
That's
there are
not going to
more
happen.
possible lineups today than there were the day before. And the day before that. My mom is not viable. She would be so bad at this game. I don't think she's ever picked up a controller other than picking up my controller that I left on the coffee table. And even that was a while ago. Imagine one X-Wing double
This is
torpedo,
Vanguard 1, by the
conked
way.
an ion, and another
All
X-Wing
pilots,
missile
their
conk,
time's in the way of that Star Destroyer.
still with
You
burst.
know what to do. Go get him, Vanguard.
Or you do second pro torp, so you miss out on that ion
so we're
missile.
doing this.
Just gotta use that ion
Stick
missile.
to the plan.
There's options. Frankly, you should be able to kill with a conk at this point. I've seen it happen enough. Just conk and burst is enough to kill players. If it works for the A-Wing, better bet your ass it can happen for the X-Wing. X-Wing gets dunked. Fox taking pressure again in this open, this time from the Rain and Sheriff. Oh, we got Ion, ASM, looking at Fat Boy. Fox getting the resupply, Zug very low, Doom also very low. Not sure who's pressuring them because of the damage that Fat Boy and Fox are taking. Looks like we are double Plasburst, so we're gonna see a good little matchup here of Ion Defender versus no Ion Torps on NR. NR wins another open. NR OP. Love to see it. No Ion Torp needed here, so we're gonna see some easy missiles. But we're gonna see how long it takes to get the shields down. Soulhawk getting in. Plenty of laser juice, needs to get those guns on target. There we go. Shields dropping. Okay. I took 35 seconds. So not too much longer, to be real. Is that extra 5 seconds really worth it? Hard to tell. Great job pressuring that defender. Very low hole on Sheriff. A couple straight shots from angry Luke could do it. No deaths on the field. Football fighting for his life. Keeping that Ion Defender in his sights. Doesn't look like it's procuring the kills they need, but it is taking hull chunks out of them, which is forcing the Soulhawk to throw him some extra resubs. Cheeks goes down, Reaper down. Sheriff doing the Ions. I wish I saw what time it was when it flipped, but let's say it's been 10 seconds here. Very slow on the strip, but we're not getting a lot of overcharged lasers from our Ion carrier. Rain Looks like he got his missile in too. Shields are stripped on one cruiser. And we got everyone on Empire doing damage. Phase not in their favor any longer. Zugs get some takeout from Orbeez. Doom already taking a look at some AI packs. We're pretty close to an out of phase, so NR looking relatively healthy here. Could use some more shield stripping on Delta to let passive start doing some work. Fox getting dunked. Shaking that off. Still a full phase for the New Republic, with one cruiser practically tappable. Space Sheriff goes down in the Ion Defender, possibly switching ships. Well, I'm gonna say switching ships. Looks like we see 2 missiles on them now. He's back to green laser beams. Cobalt passes away, but a fresh Cobalt will return in 5 seconds. Ooh, Fox. Yeah. I think he just saw his own life flash before his eyes. They started thawing a fresh Fox back on the Super Destroyer.
Oh no, we lost a Corvette.
Soulhawk in the hangar. Fresh Soulhawk coming out soon. Empire now very behind.
We lost a cruiser.
Doom's on the ropes here. Not sure if anybody's looking at him. Doom gets the resupply. Fat Boy right on cheeks. Turning attention to Raider, I think that is the right call. They get Raider, and they are going to have... Cap will have 2 cruisers that are still not out of phaseable after 2 attacks. At this point, surely Alpha is as capable of being dogpiled, and that double plasma just destroyed that Raider.
We took down a Raider. Good news. We've reached their cruisers. Deploying a Corvette.
Fatboy already in to do damage. Morale coming in pretty quick from Zug and Doom.
Frigates are gone. Defensive positions.
That was a little premature but goal though. Missed this beautiful pack that was right here, but the MLMs are going to clean it up nice and fine. Let's take a look at Cheeks here. Looking at his players. We got Soulhawk again. Ready to push through to the ISD. Well into position. Nobody on him. Our Mark's set. Mark's not quite ready. Gonna have to disable it the old-fashioned way. Gets one. Mark's out. The dunk lands onto Fat Boy. Floating dead in space. 30 on the hull. Another burst of lasers or a missile will do it. Rain gets a good angle. Fat Boy straightening out, gets caught. Shields did go down though. I think they did destroy one of those. They sure did.
That Corvette is nothing but scrap
Back
now.
to... Shit.
Frigates in range.
There we go.
Deploying a Raider to assault their defenses.
Rain gets the dunk. Gets the pick on the second X-Wing. X-Wings are off the field, giving Empire a chance to claw their way home. Turning their attention to the Y-Wings now. Probably the call when they have nobody to peel for them. Sheriff splitting to the support and damage. X-Wings coming out of the hangar. Corvault and Maze doubling up on the same pack. Corvault paying attention to that. Switching to a fresh one behind him. Love that. They're still a little bit up on top of each other. Hopefully they're going to split to opposite sides of the map. Doom height goes down. This is an easy push-through choice for Cab. They have half a phase here to get a gen. Then they have the sights for another defense. Hopefully shields have climbed back a bit. And we can see them take this home with a 3-1. But this is anybody's game. Especially with Doom, I think, just coming out of the hangar. Zug's about to die. Rain dies. Cheeks is down. Sheriff is down. They are wiping. Oh, not good. This is Hiveguard's chance to take this into a 2-2 match with a full NR sweep. Shields are very rootable. Boom! Big-ass Golo. Big-ass Golo. That farmer is down. He's fucking down. We're going to start looking to strip the bottom here. Power is taken. Corvault taking pressure. Sheriff looking for the pick. Damn. It's so pretty. It really is like watching, like, you know, a dolphin. Dunk the dolphin. Oh, that's a dead dolphin. That's a dead dolphin. ISD dropping fast. Morale almost out. This is defendable. Not the easiest. Ooh! Sheriff helping AI farm unintentionally. Rain gonna have to have a defense to save the ISD. But I believe it is too fucking late. The MC does not get touched. The ISD falls. N-R-O-P. Imagine those letters jumping up on the screen right now. That's if I, you know, put in an ounce of effort. She don't got it yet. Someday I'll get all the little, you know, overlays. N-R-O-P. Okay, you want scoreboard. 5 and 1 from Fox. Big NR kills. Fat Boy, big damage. Rain, big kills. Space Sheriff, big kills. Flexing. These flexes just flexing on everyone. Didn't quite get their damage in, though. Sheriff a little low on that damage, and Zoom and Zug just not quite getting there, but that's probably just the differential from missing their flagship. Rain actually did do great cap damage. That looks like a lot of Raider attention. Great games. Great games. A lot of back and forth. If I remember correctly, I want to say every team that won their flip won their game, which was full NR flips. It might not be true. There might have been an Empire flip win in there on Sisabo. But great work from both teams. I'm going to opt out of interviews. So thank you. Thank you to my followers, my only friends. My only followers are my only friends. So long.